Man, it's about the Bolo V&R, man, and Mr. Lambert Brown, boy, he got Andrew Holness cornered to the point where, ladies and gentlemen, let's take you to this clip right here. To the point where this man came out the gate with a response, and I'm gonna play his response before I play the actual. Before I play what Mr. Lambert actually said. Lord have mercy. Poor little ting ting. I'm talking about poor little ting ting. Jeez. Boy, they was hurt, boy. They was hurt. You know what I'm saying? You know, he had to try something. He really had to try something. So, let's hear what he got to say. Can't say me not play for them part. No. Show you both sides of what I go on. Fair use. Yeah, let's get it.
The amendments will seek to treat with minor offences or sectors which do not contribute much to the general output of the Jamaican economy. The fisheries sector contributed $30 billion to GDP last year. And if my memory serves me correctly, in 2022, the fisheries sector grew by approximately 16% when compared to the former year. The offences involving prohibited fishing methods, 92 addresses the offence of stealing from traps, and 94 alludes to the offence of fishing in a fish sanctuary habitat, a development which I'm sure our just departed former Senator Samuda has taken a keen interest in because it speaks to the protection of the environment. I believe fine-tuning the MOCA Act to allow the agency to clamp down on these crimes which affect important sectors in our country is a good development. Indeed, draft legislation such as the one before us here today, which seeks to enhance the good functioning of key sectors, can only augur well for our country by way of protecting the interests of legitimate participants in the industry from activities which are minded to offend Jamaican law. I hear Senator Brown suggesting that there's an attempt by the administration or members on this side to use the court of law to strike down the illicit enrichment law. That, sir, is absolutely false. As a lawmaker, I'd expect the Senate to appreciate that if a litigant intends to strike down a law, the Attorney General would be named as a defendant in whatever action is carried. So this notion that there's an attempt by members of this side to strike down the illicit enrichment law and there may be some intention to carry legislation to the Parliament to achieve that is absolutely false. It is not true. Indeed, the Senator misled the Parliament in that regard. I will agree with Senator Brown that MOCA, as part of its core mandate, when it was passed in 2018, it was mandated to target major organized criminal networks. Indeed, it has been so doing. So the fact that there are additional offences that MOCA has within its disposal to pursue criminal activity does not detract from the point that the organization is at liberty to pursue even more major investigations of organized criminal networks. I agree with Senator Brown that corruption is a matter that has often reared its ugly head in Jamaican politics. And I can say that the record of the administration of Prime Minister Andrew Holness is strong in passing legislation to advance the anti-corruption fight, including making MOCA an autonomous agency in 2018. We passed the Integrity Commission Act. And any matter where corruption has arisen, the Prime Minister has taken swift and appropriate action. This compares with former years of the PNP administration, in which we have scandal after scandal after scandal. So ministers then donning and say that the record of the administration of Prime Minister Andrew Holness is strong in passing legislation to advance the anti-corruption fight, including making MOCA an autonomous agency in 20...
Hey, who is this? Oh, man, this
2018, we passed Integrity Commission Act. And any matter where corruption has arisen, the Prime Minister has taken swift and appropriate action.
Stop it. Get some help.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
Ain't nobody lying.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Compares with former years of the PNP administration, where you would have scandal after scandal after scandal. Some ministers then donning the moniker of Teflon.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass
on. And not one sanction was meted out to by the then leadership of the PNP administration. So I believe it's a semblance of hypocrisy for the senator to seek to suggest that there's no accountability whereas the corruption fight is concerned and actions taken by this administration. Our record in fighting corruption is strong, and I say that without apology.
What up, baby?
Earlier I had intimated that
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 way, boy.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Can concur with Senator Brown that there are instances where the matter of corruption has arisen in the political arena. I recall a headline as well in August 2016. 5 fingered as PNP money scandal worsens. I recall that headline. And the article says, accusing fingers are being pointed at senior members of the PNP who are believed to have collected campaign donations and not turned them over to the party in the lead up to the next general election, to the last election. The article, published incidentally by the Gleaner, said a document from the then PNP Treasurer Norman Horn was supplied to the PNP's NEC meeting in July, claimed that the action of some members with campaign donations was a major problem with the PNP.
Do y'all notice how he keeps looking in the air? He don't believe the shit he's saying, bruh. He don't believe the shit he's saying. And listen.
Hey, who mess is this? Oh, man, this.
This man don't believe the words coming out of his own mouth. Listen to this shit.
Yes, the Gleaner published this article. And the article went on to quote the then erstwhile PNP treasurer as saying, these persons were actively in the market for what seemed to be the sole benefit of their personal campaigns. And they collected significant amounts from members of the private sector, which were earmarked for the treasury as potential substantial donors for the benefit of the PNP as one cohesive unit. Okay, but they kept the donations for themselves. Yes? The article went on, Senator Brown, to say, according to...
So hold on, he must say PNP is a corrupt organization based off an allegation. Didn't he say that the article said it was alleged, it was not proved? And I'm not defending the PNP. I'm just saying, what is your argument? And you're talking about the past. Him confused, Althea. Right now, Mr. Lambert beat and teach them. I can't wait for you to see for go over it. Him man beat and teach them, brother. The argument Mr. Lambert put forward is so strong. This rebuttal is so weak. You know what I'm talking about? The past. And the man I talk about presently, right now. In a den campaign right now. In a freedom government right now. Them I talk about. The type of corruption we did it right now. You see me?
Party insiders. In one instance, a foreign entity contributed US 20 million to the PNP. US 20 million. But this was collected by a high-ranking PNP official and not turned over to the party treasury. Senator Brown speaks of major alleged criminality in the politics, and he called for Monker to pursue certain investigations. I believe this matter be ripe for an investigation by the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency.
And you know what happened? I don't have a problem with none of them being investigated. Investigate them all and start with the present problem we have right now. Investigate Andrew Holness, freeze all our assets them, investigate him right now. That way I say. How about that? What do you say to that, sir? I bet you gonna start fumble and bumble. We no business who are got jail, whether they nip on the JLP or PNP side. The Jamaican people, they want justice. We now work with them more corruption, brother. We want everybody, we're unclean and unfit to go about them business and go to prison if they have to go to prison. You know, yeah. And that is Jamaican people. All well-thinking Jamaicans is calling for the imprisonment of high-ranking officials that are guilty of illicit enrichment or worse. And that we are called for. And we are called for a government that is not going to the courts to try and shut down an agency that happens to investigate those people. It shows us a lot about that government and that leader that is trying to do that. If that leader was clean, that leader would leave the investigation alone because he knows he got nothing to worry about. You understand? But he knows what he knows. And he knows.
I strongly believe so, sir. As a matter of fact, another article germane to this matter indicated that the Office of the Contractor General had launched a probe into what was then described as the PNP campaign fund scandal. Yes? The Office of the Contractor General has launched an that's gripping the opposition PNP. That's what another publication dated September 2016 indicated. Yes, when you hear the senator speak, you would believe these things did not transpire. I know that the Office of the Contractor General was subsumed into among the agencies subsumed into the Integrity Commission. It would be good for the Commission upon the conclusion of the investigation into the PNP campaign funds scandal to follow due process and cause the findings to be tabled in the Parliament. I look forward to hearing the outcomes of that investigation, if in fact it was pursued by the Integrity Commission after the law was passed, which subsumed the Office of the Contractor General into that single anti-corruption agency. So, the fact of the matter is, I am hopeful that the amendments which we pursue today will allow MOCA to further and better pursue its mandate, which is to identify and target major organized criminal networks. I want to commend the organization as well for making some headway. Our Senate leader mentioned the investigation into the Manchester Parish Council scandal, where approximately $40 million was pilfered from the coffers of the entity. The Manchester Parish Council, which is controlled by the opposition PNP. But I know Senator Brown didn't include that. I think it would be in good order to commend MOCA for a successful investigation into that matter that led to conviction sentences being handed down. But, yeah, absolutely. $400 million of taxpayers' money was pilfered from the Manchester Municipal Corporation, controlled by the opposition PNP then.
Hold on there. $700 billion where present health ministry can't account for. 700 billion. What am I talking about? Hold on there, bro.
$1 of taxpayers' money was pilfered from the Manchester Municipal Corporation, controlled by the opposition PNP then.
So where 700 billion, where money they were missing from they can't account for Andrew Holness office, the office of the Prime Minister. 700 billion from the health ministry. 54 million from the education system, where one man is in court for right now. Want to all of those things. 400 million at the 400 million Jamaican dollar where it has been used for 2 buildings that's not been occupied. What about what can go so? What can go so? Tell me what can go so now. 1.7 trillion from the PM office. What? That's so much money? You serious? Oversight.
And a convictions and sentences were achieved by the Jamaican state. Mocha participated heavily in that investigation.
You know, so him there just looking at sky and try to conjure up ideas. Because him not much leg to stand upon, you know. Sad.
I want to strongly commend Mocha for that. I encourage more of the same, and I'm sure you join me in so doing, Senator Brown. I believe, by way of passage in 2018 of the Mocha Act, which made Mocha independent of the JCF, that was a step in the right direction and not inconsistent with what transpires in jurisdictions not concerned with Jamaica, where various law enforcement agencies have their own mandate in tackling corruption. Before I resume my seat, I wish to just make a quick point. I know that Section 46 of the Act states inter alia that the Act should be reviewed from time to time by the Committee of Parliament. I don't believe such a review.
What me I say still? Seymour, what me I say? What me I say? Me no business a who thief the money. We want everybody with a thief to get locked up. You understand what me I say? Anybody with guilty of thieving, more than they release the SSL report, more than they release, what you call it? Every report, the FinSac report, more than they release the FinSac report, more than they release the SSL report, more than they release every single report there is. We have to do with anything where there's any possible illegal thing going on. We want to know the truth. We want to see people get locked up. We forget lock up people actually guilty of crimes in government. We're tired for years of corruption are going in there and nobody now get locked up. That is what the Jamaican people is calling for. And we want it to be real investigation, genuine investigation, right? And we don't want interference from no politician, right? We don't want interference from them. From the IC report come out, and we see say some funny thing are going, your asset will get freeze. From your asset can't certify, your asset should be freezed immediately. That should be something that is put in the Constitution. Right? So you can't use your position where you're there now for further aid yourself. Right? For possibly, what you call it now, interfere with the process of the law. What do you call that in a court? When you interfere with an investigation, what do you call that? What's the terminology for it in court? Me I try remember. Me not remember the name. Sorry.
Has taken place as yet. I therefore support the notion that after 6 years from its passage, the time might be opposite to take another look at the Mocha Act and to make amendments where necessary to make the agency more effective. I'd suggest that. And I know that there are Jamaicans who might be impatient with the outcomes being generated by law enforcement agencies, including Mocha. However, I'd say though that sentiment is understandable. It's a fact that often investigations take time. But what I do is encourage the agency to continue.
But hold on there, what me I say? Because he might talk with two tongues, you know. He must say they need to be more effective. And then he might tell the Jamaican people themselves to be patient. Why if you wait too much years to make them more effective? If you know that there's a problem, you can fix it for them to become more effective. Do it immediately. You understand what I say? Do it immediately. Yeah, man, you see about you forget back your money. Anybody will lose their money at SSL, you forget back their money. Anybody will lose their money, period. Right? And if the man rob up money, the money needs to come back to the Jamaican people. It needs to come back in the Jamaican purse. Then I said the JLP received the most money in Jamaica history. C19 money, gone without a trace. Petrojam money, burial funds, gone without a trace. Bushing money, gone without a trace. I could go on and on. No, Delroy, if you want to call in, you can call in because The words and opinions of the people in the chat is not necessarily of my own, but the people have a voice over here. Then I want to call in and give us the list of the money there, my general. I look like you have an elder way. I swear. You understand? And if you can give me some reference to go, on WhatsApp, you go look up them thing there, me go look them up. See number you can call right now. Yeah, man, you can call right now, man.
Pursuing the anti-corruption fight with vigor. And I'm confident that even after the passage of 6 years, that with a fluctuation of time, Senator Brown.
Why we for wait 6 years? Why? For criminal them get way? I want to that brother, man.
MOCA will continue to bring outcomes that we desire. Effective targeting of major players in corruption, preparing airtight cases, carrying those individuals before the court, and ensuring that justice.
What am I look for? You look like him looking at sky for idea. What am I look for? Look, what am I look for?
Effective targeting.
What am I look for?
Mr. Brown, MOCA will
Look at him.
continue to bring outcomes that we desire. Effective targeting.
What am I look for? Look at him. Where am I look for? Where am I look for? What am I talk to you right here? I want go on. I want look for me general. I idea them me I look for the talk. Some bullshit out there mouth. What I look for? John, what go on?
Targeting of major players
Nobody
in
not see
corruption, preparing airtight cases, carrying those individuals before the court. Corruption, preparing airtight cases, carrying those individuals.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Oh, no.
Before the court, and ensuring that justice.
No, sorry about that. Me I say, where am I look for? Where am I look for a while ago? Where am I look for?
Effective targeting of major players in corruption, preparing airtight cases, carrying those individuals.
Yo, what is this man looking for, bro? Can y'all see it? Yo, tell me in the chat if y'all can see it. What is he looking for, bro? Yo, man, I can't see it, dog. The hell going on right now?
Before the court, and ensuring that justice is done. In closing, I reiterate my support for the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency amendment of the first schedule, Order 2024. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Senator Fitz. Minister.
Thank you.
No, I think this is the true nature of this lady. Just, I want you guys to pay attention to her body language, her countenance, and everything. This was not a good day for her at all. Listen to this.
Report. You start because I suspect you went to go. So if you can just do the 120 and then you can just go through without an interruption.
I'm guided, Mr. President. Mr. President, might the Senate be permitted to sit beyond 2 o'clock to complete the business of the day?
The question has
Beyond
been
1:30, sorry. 1:30.
Question is before the Senate. Those in favor?
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, the first point I believe he made was that the addition of these offenses are diluting the powers of the MOCA. And I want to roundly and soundly reject that suggestion. What is being done here is the exact opposite. It is literally the exact opposite. It is strengthening the ability of MOCA to catch the big fish. If it is that the senator understood law enforcement and understood investigations, despite the chest with which he spoke, to use a young people's phraseology, he would understand that in these complex organized crime matters, it is usually the earliest the smallest offense, the easiest proved offense, which allows you the time to complete the investigation on the wider networking.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Hey, who mans is this?
What's going on right now, man?
Who mans is this?
All I'm hearing is word salad. She ain't said nothing yet. I'm talking about nothing.
And the smallest offense, the easiest proved offense, which allows you the time to complete the investigation on the wider networking and the deeper connections to the big fish. What is critical, therefore, is that we ensure not that we say what we think should be in the bill, but that we listen to MOCA, which has said to the policymakers, these are the things, these are the gaps in our enforcement ability, these are the gaps in our investigation capacity that prevent us from sometimes completing a circle that is within our reach, but we're just not quite able to get there. These offenses most repeatedly occur within the context of our remit, and we need them therefore to be included in the Act so that we can ensure that we are being as effective as possible. And sometimes an offense may even look small, but it is a part of the income stream of a wider networked gang. Senator Fitz Henley mentioned that fishing earned the government revenue $30 billion last year. And that's legal fishing. The illegal and unreported fishing that takes place, the incursions into our waters, is another billion-dollar industry that we must be able to take hold of as well. So to think that it is just about a little fisherman being on the sea without his license absolutely misses the point of the work that is before us. And it also misses the point that there are many people who hold themselves.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Yo.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
These people think we slow.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
So, essentially what she's saying is, we need to focus on the small men, right? Even if you get evidence about the big fish, the way how to catch the big fish is to focus on the small men, because sometimes they will lead you to the big fish. Well, wait a minute. Suppose I get evidence about the big fish. Like we get what they are in the IC report. The big fish, so to speak. Because you are talking about fishing. So we get evidence about the big fish. Why we need to go back to the small fish? When we don't have evidence for the big fish already, we have to concentrate on the big fish and the evidence we will find for the big fish. So the point is, ma'am and sir, once you catch a big fish, you don't go focusing on the small fish. You take care of the big fish. You know why? It's harder to catch a whale than it is to catch a goldfish. Alright? Right now what we have is a whale. We have a whale coming outside of the Integrity Commission report. The implications of that report on this whale goes far and wide. And if done properly, you're going to catch a lot of sharks, and you're going to catch a lot of parrotfish and all of these types of fish, because you catch the big fish. A thorough investigation in this big whale, ma'am, is going to allow you to catch the small fish as well. So cut the goddamn malarkey. Cut the crap. Cut the goddamn crap. I don't understand these people, man.
As fishermen and fisherwomen. But what is in their boat at night time has nothing that is able to swim. I want to tell you that it is a blind and naive perspective that takes a view that what is happening in transnational crime, the trafficking of guns and drugs on our waters, is something that MOCA should not be concerned with. MOCA is not concerned with the man who was prosecuted for Aki. And I I mean, I was among all of the people everyone who said, why on earth was this matter brought before the court? Why was a choice made for this gentleman to be charged for Aki? I mean, it's just one of the outrageous circumstances in our system that where things like this, the court's time is taken up with offenses like that. However, the ability of MOCA to prosecute in circumstances, and they are delineated in the Act and in the section that has been put before us, that they must be deemed to be serious. They must occur in circumstances where there is a connection with organized crime or that they have an international nature. So the definition of the crime does not necessarily mean that it will be, the fact that it is called simple larceny doesn't mean that it will be a language or the normal understanding of the word simple larceny. And it may be
Stop the cap right now! Stop the cap! No bullshit, bro.
So, ma'am, you're telling me that because it's called simple larceny doesn't mean that it's simple. Then why the frick did you name it simple larceny then? Yo!
Hey, who mess is this?
Are you listening to these people?
Who mess is this?
Are you guys listening to this rubbish? Talking about, boy.
A cog in a massive wheel of a $1 billion crime network. So it is very important to arm them in the way they have asked to be armed, not because we have some baseless concept of what we think they should be doing. On the matter of staffing and resources, MOCA does not lack for resources. MOCA has a challenge in recruiting the quality and not only the quality of personnel which they require and which they have on staff. They have a staff of which we can all be very proud as a country. Regrettably, it is often poached by recruiters from other countries, but also they have a rigorous vetting process and it takes them quite a while. Should they be looking back at their salary scales? Maybe that is something that should be put on the table, if that might help, but the vetting and the competition for talent in other areas which also deal with high security now is actually very high. So they're at about, as I think rightly said, about 60% of their establishment, but it is not because the government has not given them the resources that they need. It is that there is a competition for talent in that space which is very difficult to meet. So it is, it's not a matter of the government not giving the budget that is requested or required. We have done that, and if there is a review that is needed, it will be done, and requested, it will be done.
Show evidence. Show evidence that they might get the money and resources where they need. I would love for an assessment from MOCA itself to let us know what is the comfortable budget that they need for their job so they can lock up some politician and forget lock up. A big fish you want. We don't want a ticky a whale. We want some whale and some shark, some great white. And them fish they want to catch. You understand, miss? That's what the Jamaican people are require. And as a public servant, the government is supposed to do that is required of the people we pay them. We the people of Jamaica. That is just the point blank period of the matter. You understand? Good.
As well. On the matter of the unexplained wealth order, this is a matter which has been in discussion for some time. And it is a constitutional issue. It's not a light one. And quite a bit of work has been and is being done on it. There are, and the government is of course aware of these cases that have been quoted by the learned aspiring QC, KC, or whatever it is you may be seeking. I know you don't like the KC term, but there are.
Yo, talk the truth now, man. Just look, me telling yourself to pay attention to our body language, you know. If two of them go up the stress, figure answer when Mr. Lambert Brown pose. And that's why me I play with them say first, and then me play with him say afterwards. This is gonna be a part 2 series. Cause Mr. Lambert deal with them wicked.
There are many legal minds.
But the 2-part them are gonna play upon the live, you see? But it's a 2-part series for the video upload. You understand? Yeah.
That have been trying to work at this issue to balance the public interest versus the right to privacy, to ensure that it is not unduly wide, it's not disproportionately wide, and it's not arbitrarily exercised, so that it can fit within our constitution. We do take note of the circumstances which have existed elsewhere. And even in the UK, where they don't have a written constitution, and they had to be delicate, there are very few prosecutions that have taken place under it because it is such a difficult thing to enforce. So
it is not difficult to enforce. You not protect your own interests. You don't want to lock up on a colleague. That is my opinion. It's not difficult to enforce. Anything government emphasize and want to get done, gets done. If the JLP saw the opportunity to lock up some PMP and shame them, we will not do anything wrong. And that for them government right now, if the 8 illicit thief or the 8 people that were under investigation for illicit enrichment was in the PMP, ladies and gentlemen, the JLP would, you think say PMP I deal with JLP wicked? Make a the PMP under investigation for illicit enrichment and see how the JLP people would deal with them. I be a foolish she attack. Be a foolish she attack. I be a word salad she attack out her mouth, brother. Be a word salad.
So we recognize we have a consultant that is working on the matter. Our Attorney General's chambers is seized with the matter, legal reform, etc. And the effort is to ensure that there's a mechanism that sits within the framework of our constitution that is proportional and not arbitrary.
You talk about only same government, the PMP can't go to court for go against the constitution 5 times and lose. I want to say that on lose in needs because go against the constitution. On decide to make it what you call it, optional, but optional on a style because on the take time I put in the infrastructure allegedly in the private sector and in the big places them. So when we go so Babs we gonna do some transaction now because we decide so we're not gonna take no needs. We can't go make no transaction. So indirectly I put in the needs and I make it mandatory, claiming say it's optional. On a favor batty. That me I tell you no. On make me all talk like talk your mind TV and know. You're only just upsetting.
But it is a fact that we have been using the tools that are available to us, and there's significant.
Oh, so hold on. The brother a while ago when I look up and now she a look down. So she a final boss. Where she a look down pan? She a look for ideas again, you know.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
Oh my God.
Embarrassing.
What is going on right now, bro?
Significant successes that have been gained in this regard. MOCA has been able to through its investigations, has been able to secure forfeited assets in respect of real property valued at what is this? More than, I'm sure I'm not counting these zeros correctly, but it would seem to me. Let me just say billions of dollars. Let me say billions of US and Jamaican dollars. I mean, the forfeited bank accounts amounting to more than $282 million, $486 million, 154, $1 billion worth of
Susan. Susan. Guess who I'm going to? No. Mighty God, me tired of the green people them. No sir, me tired of the green people them, brother. Me say wanna look up and wanna look down. You should make it thumbnail. Me I go put the two of them on it. She a look down and him a look up. And Andrew one is a look on the two of them. Yo, me I make sure some remember that.
of real property. Listen, if I were to go through, let's not even count the vehicles, cash and investments. These are from, there are overlapping, because within the cases you may have 30 vehicles within one case. You may have 10 bank accounts within another. Exactly. So MOCA is focused on its work. MOCA does not major in the minor. MOCA does not try to create the perception of something being done wrong if there is nothing being done wrong. There is nothing in this world that is illegal or unlawful about having multiple transactions. Anybody.
What up, baby?
Yo, what the fuck?
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Stop it. Get some help.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
Ain't nobody lying.
Yo, look at her face. She don't believe what she's saying, bro. Look at her.
Being done wrong if there is nothing being done wrong. There is nothing in this world that is.
You see how she keep blinking? There's nothing in this world. There's nothing in this world. There's nothing in this world. Look how she blinking.
Illegal or unlawful about having multiple transactions.
Look at her. Look at her.
Anybody who.
Anybody would. You don't believe the shit coming out your mouth, lady. Stop the cap. You guys are an embarrassment to all well-thinking Jamaicans. Y'all are an embarrassment to all law-abiding citizens of Jamaica. You guys are an embarrassment to try and defend this shit that this man, we haven't uncovered about this man. Right? And you can't tell me when you look at videos, all you guys got to do is look up videos on money laundering. And then read the report. And look at the activities of those accounts. And ask yourself the question, is anything in this similar to what they talk about that relates to money laundering? That's all you have to do. Look at videos about money laundering, cases that actually happened already, drug lords, all of that. Documented. FBI, CIA, documented. All you got to do is look at those and then look at the Integrity Commission report. And this woman has the audacity, the unmitigated gall to come into the damn house of representatives and speak this nonsense. Oh, there's nothing wrong. How does one create a constitution, but as soon as it does not suit them, trying to change it? Exactly. Exactly. Woman, if him work and his no problem, we would happy for him. Exactly. Nobody don't, well, I know I don't bad mind nobody. I don't. Nobody can use their wealth to impress me. Talk about the character of a man and then talk to me. Talk about the character of a woman and then talk to me. Those are the things that I look at. The character of the individual. This is ridiculous, man.
Who does business or even operates even in a personal capacity. If someone is a hardworking, growing person who is seeking to grow their wealth and who is seeking
hardworking, growing person. Growing their wealth when him locked down everybody in a pandemic. That's when his wealth exploded. He was hard. He was working hard, locking down Jamaican people so they couldn't earn no money in the pandemic. Right? KFC and all of these other places was open. Everybody else's stores was locked. Much like what is happening right now. That the mayor is talking about. Isn't that something? Wow. Ain't that something?
to do better for themselves and their family is going to have bank transactions. But poker and KYC requirements create the flags where those are, where there's something improper. And where there's nothing about them in and of themselves that is improper.
Man, shut the hell up. I can't listen to this lady no more, bruh. She about to piss me the hell off. Who are you to tell investigators internationally, lady, this man entire IC report is a red flag? If you ask any real investigation body, FBI, CIA, you name it, just looking at the report, they're going to align it with possible tax evasion, possible money laundering, possible illicit enrichment. What, man? Man, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section, all right? Let me know what y'all think. Because this lady about to piss. Boy, I'm trying to tell. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. 28 accounts? For what, son? For what? 28? And then this man account was opened up No money in it. I ain't never heard no shit like that before. Forgive me if that is something that is common. But I have never heard, Willie Don, what's going on? I have never heard of somebody opening up an account with no money down. From I was going to school, there had to be some money down. As a matter of fact, do you know how hard it is to open up one account? You got to get references. You got to go this sign to that person. This man got an account opened up. This is in the integrity report. And after opening up, days after, with nothing in it, millions of dollars, right, was put into it. Isn't that a red flag? What is the amount for a bank to say, wait a minute, where is the source of these funds? Where is this coming from? How did you get this? Janet, salute. And this lady is sitting here trying to convince the Jamaican public. Bro, these people need to be banned. They need to be fired. They need to be, I'm talking about these people, in my opinion, are traitors to this good land of Jamaica. To stand behind this and defend this foolishness. Man, let me know what y'all think, man. Boy, on to the next video. Boy, man.